Hey guys, welcome to Trashhammer. If you're anything like me, and you don't have a lot of money a lot of the time, you like to buy a lot of stuff on eBay, or on Kleinanzeigen here in Germany, or on Amazon Marketplace, especially vehicles, pricey vehicles, and a lot of the time they don't come with these guys right here, hunter-killer missiles. And if you're ever competing against sticklers, they're going to want to see those hunter-killer missiles on your vehicles, especially during tournaments. So I'm going to show you guys how you can make one of these out of your big pen. It looks like you need a lot of stuff, a lot of this stuff you don't necessarily need, but you do want to have it to make it kind of, well, look halfway decent. And the thing is, once you have all this stuff, you kind of have your own factory. I don't have a 3D printer. My apartment is too small to have a 3D printer, so I just have this. It's a lot cheaper than a 3D printer. And the thing is, if you have this, you can make like almost any weapon system out of a pen and its cartridge. So what you're going to need is some sandpaper, some putty, some saw. You're going to have to cut the pen. And you're going to need, you're going to need a scalpel. You can also just use your little clipper here, but a scalpel would be best. And you're going to need a big pen or similar. And I mean, you can use a different type of pen. It doesn't need to be a big pen, but I like to use big pens because, well, they're cheap. And some super glue. All right, well, let's get started. You're going to want to take this out of here, okay? So you just have the encasing. And then you're going to want to measure about, 3.5 centimeters. 3.5 centimeters should do it. So right about there, okay? And then you're just gonna saw that off. Okay guys, so we are back. So there you go. Cut it off. And as you will see, a lot of plastic comes out of this, little plastic bits. So you wanna cut this with your saw somewhere where, you can catch all these little plastic pieces in some container or something. And you want to hoover everything up so you don't have this little plastic crap lying around everywhere. But let's clean up our hunter-killer missile cartridge thingy now. So we're going to start by just getting rid of this junk in the middle. Yeah. There we go. And got a couple of bits here. See all this, this here we want to cut off. Okay, and so we return. You can see it's kind of not as rough anymore, but it's still a bit uneven here. See that? Yeah, we don't want that. So we want it nice and even. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our sandpaper, sand it. Okay, and we are back. So that right there is our ready to go hunter-killer missile. It looks a little bit rough right now, but once we got some primer on it, it'll look right as rain. So the next thing you want to do is remove a little ballpoint end from the cartridge, like so. There you go. And you can just wipe it down a little bit. Take care of, get rid of all that ink. Go. Okay, so we've got that. And then you want to get out your putty and just take a bit, about that much of the yellow, about that much of the blue, just mix it up. We're just going to take a little bit, about that much, stick it in here. There we go. And just push it down. Yeah, so you should have a good amount, like that much in the tube, or else when you put in the ballpoint, it's just going to push everything out. So there you go. Add our little friend in there. Okay, I like to have them just poking out a little bit. Kind of like here, you know. You can just kind of see them poking out a bit. Just like that. Find it looks a bit, you can push back a bit there. Okay. There you go. Just like so. So the next thing you're going to want are these 2 magnets. They're very small. You're going to want kind of small magnets. So these guys are, they're about 5 millimeters. There you go, 5 millimeters. So you want 2 magnets about 5 millimeters wide. You're going to take one of them. And you want to make sure, there you go, that the right side is facing up. So one is stuck to the other, and the top one you're going to want to glue. So you're going to choose a side, just on the middle here. We're going to get gluing. So we can let that dry there. And next, we are going to cut this. It's about almost 2 centimeters, 1.7 centimeters. 1.7 centimeters, we're gonna cut it like so. So there you go. Now when we think that this part has dried here, we're going to paste this just like so. We want it to look like that right there, okay? There you go. So now that that's done, we're going to take the rest of our putty. We're just going to roll it. Just going to place it in there, like so. And smush it against there, like so. Now, we want this piece to come off. Don't want to have this on there. Take that piece off. Push it right there. So, There you go. And now we are going to take just a little bit, just there. Going to put it in here. Take this. And there you go. There's your Trashhammer done. Hunter killer ready to go. So, just gonna drop a little bit of super glue on there. Just a dab is all you need. There you go. Let it dry. Okay. There you go. And we can take that off, slap it back on. Okay guys, so this is what it looked like when we were done building it right here. Hope the camera has focused well enough so you can kind of see that. And this is then what it looks like after I've magnetized it and stuck it on my repulsor. Put a little white tip there, you know, just kind of painted black in there so, you know, you can't really see inside. Then you have this little laser piece that kind of guides the missile. And there's definitely better painters out there than me, better decalers, but, you know, I just put some decals up there to show how many kills this hunter killer missile has got. It's gotten 3, which is probably more than my hunter killers have ever gotten, but it is a fantasy game. So if you did enjoy this video, do consider subscribing and liking the video. And if you have any other ideas or any thoughts, let me know in the comment section below. All right, thanks guys.